Beacon received.
Hi everyone, welcome. We're playing Ace Attorney 3. I barely remember what happened because it's been a week. I can try to, let's see if I can do this without spoilers. Oh my god, okay, so there was a robbery. The urn got stolen from Karain Village, which is the place, and this is actually gonna take a really long time. There's a lot that's happened. Anyway, we're basically halfway through this case now. I'm gonna load this save data. We already went through an investigation and a trial, and the trial ended. Our client was not guilty of doing the stealing, but, however, he was guilty. He's now on trial for killing a dude. A CEO. So, yep. Here we go. Everyone's under arrest. Fuck. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. That's very good. That's not true. Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose. I don't buy it.
But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I understand.
It looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder?
I think I'm gonna head back to Karain Village for a little while, if that's alright.
Sure, but why?
I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with...
No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness.
Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve.
Now I remember. Oh, now remember. No fighting, okay?
She's gone. Okay, Nick. Time to get going on this murder investigation. So, what do we know? Isn't it obvious? We should get out of here and... we should get out there and investigate the murder. Well, first, we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center, too. You must be relieved we got the sacred urn back, huh? You bet, but there's something a little different about it. Don't at me, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this.
Too.
It clearly says,
Bloodborne is the real murder my soul.
Oh no. I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Amy, like it always used to. Oh yeah, you're right. Plus, the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was still broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I am. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still. I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible that urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that when she gets back to Crane Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it. Maya hasn't been back to Crane Village in a long time. So, I guess people still go to Crane Village to do their training, right? Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. A channeling dojo? Huh. Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're gonna train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen. Yeah, right? Exactly. Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses the Korean technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. Dang. That murder. It wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but... I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. It sounds like being the Master of Crane is gonna be a heavy responsibility. So you still got that badge, I see. Huh? Well, I'm a lawyer, aren't I? Yeah, but I guess I just didn't think you'd Yeah, but I guess I just didn't think you'd keep on being one for this long. You have to admit, you've had some close brushes with death because of your job. I failed to see how being a lawyer is more dangerous than channeling dead people. So this was made by the real Mask to Mask, huh? Yep, Detective Gumshoe said it was the real thing. One look at this mark and you know it's the real deal, pal. Yeah, but you do realize whose deductive reasoning skills we're talking about, right? I'm glad we got the sacred urn back and all. So then how come you don't look any happier? Why should I? I don't know if it should say Amy or I am on it anymore. And now it's got big pink polka dots that weren't there before. Don't you think you're overreacting a little? Overreacting? Nick, I can't believe you said that. I mean, it's like, I got it. It's like if I came in wearing polka dots on my Acolyte costume every day and said, "Hi, Nick, I'm AM." Well, do you think you'd still think it was no big deal? I guess it would be, a real disaster? You see? You see? Well, that's how I feel. You know, even though I didn't know this statue existed until a little while ago, didn't Adrian say it's from a Fey Branch family's training hall or something? Yeah, there's actually a lot of training halls scattered all over the country. Hidden away deep in desolate mountains. Why does it always have to be desolate mountains? According to this data, the thief showed up at the basement warehouse at, 1 o'clock in the morning, right? Yeah, but remember, this data came from @me. For all we know, he might have somehow tampered with it. But then what about this photo? It's got the time on it, too. Yeah, and the security camera belonged to Lordly Taylor. @me couldn't have tampered with the photo's timestamp to show the wrong time. Could he not have? I guess this means the data is accurate after all. So the Mask to Mask in this photo is Detective @me in disguise, huh? It looks that way. @me knew there was a security camera set up in the basement. So I'm guessing this photo was probably a part of his elaborate plan. It's still bent, isn't it? Detective @me said it got bent when the thief hit him over the head with it. Well, it looks like he ended up the bent one after he turned out to be the thief. Terrible joke. He must have damaged the sword himself to back up his phony story. Yeah, I guess he really does have a brawny mind, huh? So, Mr. Delight was being blackmailed, huh? By the CEO of the security company he used to work for. Yeah, it looks like it. Sounds like we still need to do some more poking around. You'd better watch yourself and not do anything naughty either, Nick. Was that a threat? Is she trying to blackmail me now? This was found in the building where the crime took place on the very night of the murder. And according to this time record on the keycard inside, yeah, it was used right around the time of the murder. Doesn't sound very good, huh? This is the same thing. Okay. So Detective Atme was mask to mask after all, huh? Maya, give me that sword. Yeah, that'd be a good Bloodborne sword. I guess so. After all, he did admit it. Yeah, but Mr. Delight still hasn't changed his tune. He's still claiming that the real mask to mask. Oh, that he's the real mask to mask. You don't think he's just saying that to avoid the murder charge, do you? I'm not sure. This was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. So does that mean Detective Atme put it there himself? That's the only explanation I can think of. I guess he wanted to make sure it looked like he'd struggled with the thief that night. Time to present a bunch of profiles. You're not very photogenic, are you? Maybe I shouldn't show this picture to too many people. I've already seen that dialogue. And yet, I've walked around my whole life showing this face of mine to the world. I wonder if I've just been making a fool of myself with this silly face. I was only joking, Nick. Don't make such a sad face. You're making me feel guilty. If it wasn't for Mia, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Yeah, she told me you used to really be useless. Compared to how unreliable you were then, you actually seem responsible now. Actually, you haven't changed that much, I guess. Maya praised me for a change. Hey, wait a second. I'm gonna have to really buckle down and get serious. Well, you're the future master of the Korean channeling technique after all. Yeah, that, and I have to play the part of big sister too. For Pearly. And you, Nick. What? Do I look like I was born yesterday? That sword sounds badass. Pearly sure is a good kid. Yeah, but she tends to let her imagination get the best of her, though. That's one of the things I like about her, silly. Slapping you the way she did, she's a tough one, all right. You're telling me. I think she knocked a few teeth loose. Pearls is only 9, but it's amazing how emotionally strong she is. After all, the only family she has left is her only cousin, Maya. And you, Nick. God. I'm pretty sure she considers him family, too. Okay. So, Detective Atme was mask to mask after all, huh? I guess so. After all, he did admit it. Yeah, but Mr. Delight still hasn't changed his tune. He's still claiming that he's the real mask to mask. You don't think he's just saying that as the same dialogue? Detective Gumshoe's on this case too, huh? He seems to show up during all of our cases. It can't be a coincidence. Maybe it's a sign that our fates are destined to be woven together for all time. Yeah, that'd be a real Beauty and the Beast kind of fairy tale, wouldn't it? Yeah, same. Let's see. Who else should I ask about? Maybe I present. That Desiree sure is cool. I love that whole motorcycle thing. The way she laughs in the face of death, I want to try it too. I thought you only knew how to ride a bike. Hey, don't forget, Nick, that it's an electric bike. Electric? So young and already so lazy. Whatever happened to good old exercise? She certainly seems to be grateful to you, Nick. Well, she was in a pretty tight spot during that terrible ordeal. Actually, I'm grateful to her, too. Sounds like you're not telling me something. I'm gonna take a good look at the case file next chance I get. Oh, it's Larry. He's your old childhood friend, right? Yeah, I've known him since elementary school. Wow, that's even longer than I've known Pearly. You two must have lots of good memories together. I guess so. But I can hardly remember them. They've been erased by all the traumatic ones. Say, Nick, what do you think that thing attached to his face is anyway? Don't ask me. Why not? You know him, don't you? I've never met that guy before in my life, and believe me, he's not exactly forgettable. Yeah, but at the trial today, he said...
Kid Boo,
so we finally meet.
I have a feeling of deja vu.
Yeah, there's a lot of, there's a few dialogues that I've been going through, and I'm like, have I already read this before? Like, during this game, or do I just remember it from, like, last time I played? And I don't know. So we finally meet. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You're right about one thing. He sure acts like he knows me. Hey, Nick, I was just thinking. Maybe you should try to stop making people you've never met before into your enemies. Trust me, I'd like to stop doing that too. My poor body can only take so much. Who is that guy anyway? And what's his story? I wonder if I'll ever find out. Who knows? No one knows. Do I need to re-examine anything? Let's examine the plant, at least. Charlie, a quite decorative plant. When she was alive, Mia really loved it. She even went so far as to make it our mascot. I've already read this. No matter how busy I get, I never forget to water this little fella. Oh, that's not it. Let's save while we're here anyway, though. Yes. Back, and let's go to... here first. October 13th, Master Max hideout. Oh, Nicky boy! Maya! Miss Delight. All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please. Please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright. I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Miss Delight had such a vulnerable side. It's Mask to Mask! There's a tape recorder hanging from his neck. Let me see that. Wahahaha! Okay, I'm pretty sure I've already... Oh, Ronnie used to say that a happy laugh is the lifeblood of a thief. Well, that certainly is a happy-sounding laugh, all right. I thought I already read this dialogue. Damn it. Yes, and laughing isn't as easy as it sounds. I feel like this is an attack on me right now. It actually is extremely hard to read laughs out from this game. I have a really hard time with it. The harder you try, the more fake it sounds. Yeah, Mr. Delight really works hard at his craft, huh? Okay, so this is all new dialogue then. It's a bunch of cheap costume pieces arranged inside of a nice frame. Look, Nick, it's a fake beard. There's also a mask made out of cardboard. Here, Nick, try on this fake beard. Come on, try it on. Hey, cut it out. Now put on the mask. It's Phoenix to mask. If you like it, feel free to take it home with you. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh, that's so cute. It's called a hot air balloon, you know. Wow, there's no fooling you. I want to make my own balloon now. I'll even let you ride in it, Nick. That emblem on the balloon is supposed to be top secret. This could convince the courts that Ron Delight is mask to mask. I'd better not tell Maya. She gets kind of scary when it comes to celebrities. There's a whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. What are these rolls of paper stuck in the trash can? Theft of the Mazarin Stone, the Great Albatross Strategy. Theft of the Immortal Goddess Statue, the Great Knuckle Bomber's Strategy. Did the police even investigate this place, or... The police took a look at all of that, you know. Really? Did they say anything? They said it wasn't important. Oh? Don't worry about it, Nicky boy. After all, Ronnie is just an amateur. Amateur or not, this is cool. Knuckle Bomber? How cool is that? So Ron received a blackmail letter, huh? Oh. This is Phoenix. So Ron received a blackmail letter, huh? Do you think Miss Delight knows about this? Well, if she did, I don't think she would have been smiling like that. I wonder if we should tell her about it. I think it'd be smarter if we didn't. Nick! It's a torpedo! It's hard to believe, but it sure looks real. Where could he have picked something up like this? Please don't say that as if torpedoes are things people just leave lying around. There are a bunch of books lying here. They're all romantic-sounding novels about famous heists and fantastic thieves. Fantastic thieves. Wow, look at all the bookmarks and notes stuck into them. Let's see here. Note, must remember this way of thief's way of laughing. Very useful. Note, a calling card is an important part of any good thief's modus operandi. It was always Ronnie's dream to become a thief. Well, I guess you can chalk that one down as fulfilled. I wonder why Mr. Delight never talked to his wife about it. Yeah, well, I think she deserves some of the blame for not bringing it up either. Okay. I haven't even talked to her yet, actually, so let's do that. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never, ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Miss Delight. He might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Miss Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Well, if you're married, would you tell that person you're a master thief? I mean, I would. But... yes. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief? Huh. The very idea? I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Oh, come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives? No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves? No, they're all right too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, when did you go to Detective Atmy's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously the real Master Mask is not my Ronnie, right? But, yeah? And Detective Atmy knew more about Master Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then, you went there to ask him some questions. That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the ace detective isn't in right now, but I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Miss Delight, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. It looks like Miss Delight doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away, by motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you weren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime, or better yet, how about now? No. I'll pass, thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? Haha, what a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Miss Delight told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. Hold on, I want to ask about this. So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yeah, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come to save you? Yes, exactly! I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it! He screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself, he came to save me, a total stranger. All by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yeah, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Ugh. Okay, let's see what I can present. It can, oh man, no, she doesn't have, ask about this? So what do you know about this? Oh, sorry, I can't show her, okay. That emblem's top secret, yeah, oh fuck, sorry, shit, oh god. Okay. That's Ronnie's wallet. It was found at KB Security on the night of the murder. Ronnie and I went out for dinner early that evening. I'm sure he had his wallet with him then. So it's true then. He must have dropped it at the crime scene. So this is Master Mask, huh? I wonder what kind of a house he lives in. Who knows? Maybe it's exactly like this house. Ha ha ha, you're so funny sometimes, Nicky boy. But if I was a famous thief, I'd live in a great, big, gorgeous mansion. I'll be sure to tell that to your husband. I know he doesn't look it, but he can really get things done when he puts his mind to it. Really? So when exactly does he put his mind to it? Well, not very often, I admit. But I'll never forget the first time we met as long as I live. It must have been nice to have such a fond memory like that. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't think there's anything else I can do here. Oh, hi! Hi, Paperette! Hello! Let's go to... I wonder, I don't know. Yeah, I did mess up showing her the calling card. I forgot! I mean, to be fair, the emblem is literally right behind her. That's why I showed it, and I was like, oh, but damn it, okay. I know I didn't show her the blackmail. I especially didn't want to show her the blackmail. So I didn't do that, at least. Let's go to CEO's office. New area. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What does that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like... Oh, that was great. You guys, what you got? You guys got what you deserved, pal. Ho, 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 ho. Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway. The point is I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes, I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay. But the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on! What about... what about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Probably an object in this room. It happened at exactly the same time that Master Mask was stealing the urn, huh? 1 a.m. So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape from where he fell out. I think we need... Fuck, this is Maya's voice. I think we need some more information about Mr. Billard. Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. So, what happened to Master Mask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again! He keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Ho ho ho. Oh, wrong voice. Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Ho ho ho. Now that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. Atmi was always carrying around, or was always, fuck, sorry, I am misreading every single sentence that is happening right now. Bleh. Okay. Think about it. Atmi was always around when a calling card showed up. But he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Huh, yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen items he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tears of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... Newspaper clipping added to the court record. Hold on, I should examine this room before I say something else to him. Ew, think about it. A dead guy was laying in here all night. Yeah, oh, by the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. Well, somebody opened the safe on the night of the crime, right? And I'm not even drunk. No, I know. Yeah, and so... Well, if Mr. Bullard's body was hidden in here, it must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right? Yeah, I guess so. Ho ho ho, I got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby is no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open this safe, pal. Yeah, and? Everyone that knows how to open the safe had airtight alibis. I checked. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost afraid to ask. Former security chief, Ron Delight. What? Ron Delight? He was a security chief? Ron. So he knew how to open the safe, huh? Yeah, sorry for raining on your parade there, pal. Oh boy. This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was opened? No, I don't think so. So, you mean... Yeah, I think the string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean... the victim? He was killed by being crushed by the safe door? She can't be serious, can she? Can she? Wow, look at that huge framed photo. Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This is this best sunrise? Either that or the guy didn't get out enough or he really had rotten luck with the weather. Maybe if he had lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days. That's dark. Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Oops. Warning, warning. Hey, cut it out. Don't press that. That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says right there on the panel, pal. Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guard's room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? And it's possible on the night of the crime. Ooh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that. So, I asked around down there, but they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. No fingerprints. Phone. This must be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought. Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out, just for a second. Ooh, nice. I feel just like a CEO. Hey you, whip me up a cup of something really, some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it. This is the life. The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. Ah! Oops, no clues here. These look like some kind of bookshelf / rolling cabinet hybrid. I can't get in between these two shelves. Don't strain yourself trying. It looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. It'd be a good night's reading if you got insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading a file isn't exactly backbreaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah! What did you find out, Nick? Actually, I'm gonna go press that button again and see if there's a different dialogue. This file, it's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask to Mask. It's filled with info on him. What? What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes. Hey, Nick, look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Eminon. $100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask to Mask stole. So then, $100,000 is the value of the stolen item? I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list. Secretly make a copy. Nah, this is gonna be the same dialogue. Oh, wait, shit. If I press this again, I think. Oh. Yeah, okay. Okay. Damn it. Maybe next time I come back to this scene afterwards. Okay. Is that everything? Okay, let's talk to him now. Ooh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight? Yeah, I think he did it that way because he knew it'd hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is that Java-addicted masked maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office, came out of nowhere. That's right. He said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway. But no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court, a maverick that gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Or Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so unpopular. No, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling that he's hiding some sort of dark secret. Let's see. Oh, hey! Thanks! Hello, Gaffafa-Wisp. Nice. Snake Rissa. Okay. How was your stream, by the way? I can't remember what you were. Let's see. I think I can shout you out and find out. S-O Gaffafa-Wisp. Bully. I see. I've never played that. How is it? Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard. That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbering like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick. Now is our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. Dante's Inferno, then a copy of Fable 2, and then a bit of Bully. Nice. So you only played, okay, only played 20 minutes of Bully. Cool. What is Dante's Inferno? What is Dante's Inferno? It sounds familiar. I know I've heard of it. I just don't know which game it is. Is it a PlayStation? Is it a PlayStation game? Oh, okay. God and War hack-a-slash thing for... Okay. PS3 as well. Cool. Neat. I like hack and slash. You're about to go fight the lady. Good luck with that fight. I hope you do it. I hope it's as easy for you as it was for me. I moved the 360 when I put Fable... No! It burned the ring in the disc. Ooh. Yikes. Is it totally, like, gone? Is it busted? Dead? Or did it hit one of the parts that didn't... Oh, no! No! That sucks. That sucks. Damn. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is that anyway? Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, and? And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. I can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet. Needed to get Game of the Year anyway. Okay. Well, I mean, good excuse to get it, right? Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Yeah, exactly. Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. Let me go already. Apparently he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Oh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah, oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask. What? Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Damn. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to sorry, I have a walkthrough up. I'm just trying to see if I missed anything before I go off into the next area. I don't have to backtrack. Blackmail letter. Yes, let's do that. Actually, wait, is this? No, this is the thing he gave me. This was his first heist, and I guess I underestimated him. I was sure I was gonna get him, so I was careless and lost the info on the witness. By witness, do you mean the guard in this photo? Yeah. He and the detective worked together to try to catching Mask to Mask. But he got away anyway, huh? That guard. I got the weird feeling that I've seen him around lately. Is it fucking Larry Butts? So about this. Huh? What's that? Hey, wait a minute, Maya! What's wrong? We copied that data without permission. Don't show it to him. He might get mad at us. So, what are you two whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. It's just my billfold. That's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal. Now I really want you to show it to me. Detective Gumshoe, about this right here. Okay, no. This is a non... Let's try this. About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Bullard have been blackmailing Ron Delight anyway? Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, right? But what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it! Maybe it's the same reason he's being blackmailed. Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. Okay. I think I'm gonna go here, but also... I'm gonna pause because I'm out of water and I need more water because my throat is super dry. I will be right back. Okay, hello. Let's see. KB security. Is my audio back on? Okay, I think so. It's just I don't hear anything because there's no sound at this part. Here we go. Wow. This is really something else. For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. KB security guard. Uh-oh, I just remembered. Larry might be... Hey, Nick, what's up? So he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Hi, Larry. Here I was working with my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I've got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick, here's a different story. But Larry, I thought you two were old old school buddies. That was then and this is now. Oh, Larry. Let's see. Wow, take a look at these things here. Hey, Larry. What are they? Did you say Hey man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something. Oh boy. How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? I mean, that does look a little too high-techy to be part of the secure- like, what, are they in, like, a spaceship? Hey, Larry!
Kibuo02. I'm scared to inspect the corpse.
Do it! Fight her! Fight her! Fight her! Fight her! Hey, Larry. That's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung it right on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got it, Greenhorn? So why hang your jacket on such an important lever? Because it got me curious. If the jacket's weight pulls the lever down, that's what they call an accident. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen, huh? It's true. It's killing me too. How about you, Nick? Yeah, but for a different reason. Something is written on this poster in fine print. A guard's 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. Number 2, respect thy superior. Number 3, smile at thy superior. Number 4, salute thy superior. Number 5, buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. Of course it is. She's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Cross her and you've come face to face with a real, genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, alright. Well, fortunately she's on vacation, that's why I'm so relaxed right now. Oh, good. Don't have to talk to Wendy Oldbag in this, case. That's my partner's seat. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady. There's tea spilled all over that machine, you know. Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. Still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess. Larry! Those screens there show what's going on all over the building, everywhere. And it's my job to keep them it's my job to keep a steady eye on them, all of them. I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Can you watch regular TV on these too? If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Hey, Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how do you know that, Larry? Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you do know what I mean. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, all right? That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady eye on the monitors and use that mic for communicating. Look at all this equipment. It must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room. Somewhere? Instruction manual? What are you gonna do in an emergency? Damn. Not even a single hit? Well, I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Even Maya and Pearls could run this place better. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Okay. And I've looked at everything? Question mark? Maybe? Good info. So, what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give my information away for free. He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest? Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. This kitten has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron DeLight was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Thank you. Well, 1 year ago, Ron DeLight was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, that's just you. Oh, Larry. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's rough. Well, you know me. I get by all right, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time. Monitors? There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Visual representation of trying to fight that boss. That's accurate. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either. So if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. Oh, Larry. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me, and I can operate the equipment. I'm dumb. Even if it's part-time and you are dumb, you are still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. What? Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Larry's hiding something. Gotta break those locks. Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, this was then, and this is now. Okay? Looks like I'm gonna have to break his psyche locks after all. I probably don't... Should I try this? I wonder what he's gonna ask. Let's see. Let's see. Take that. I do have a lot of clues. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Miss Delight? But that was... And this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night, too? Never. I didn't sneak out. I'll tell you what. I even bet you $1. $1? Wow. Now that's confidence. What's with that drenched-in-the-rain puppy look on your eyes? What's with that drenched-in-the-rain puppy look on your face? You have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... this wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar. You hand-delivered this wallet to Miss Delight just yesterday. Give me a break. Can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Ah! Broken. Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murder might have snuck in before then. Well, what do you mean by that? If the murder had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. There we go. Larry, when you use this keycard, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does, but I can't show the record to just anyone you know. That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way. Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Oh, no. Sad Larry face. Ooh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry, there was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Huh? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and she said, I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah? So is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What? He's curled up on the floor, crying like a baby. Oh boy. Nick! Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry. Hey, Nick. As long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick! Okay. I'm definitely going to present that buzzer because this is the security room it was connected to. So let's do that. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? Oh, you can only get her to the second transformation, damn. I'm surprised how easy of a time I had with that boss. Like, I was not expecting, like, everyone was saying how much of a hard boss it was, and I was like, did I just get really, really lucky? Because it seems like it. That's right. Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue, like the professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks, I try. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Okay. Let's talk. How could you make him cry, Nick? You're a meanie. Make your best friend cry, damn. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, it's the third floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the first floor. I thought it would be a good idea to, adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did. And I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look at it? Pretty please? For me? Okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could make a mistake like... Whoa! What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake! Huh? But how? It can't be! It's impossible! Okay, enough already. What about the records? At night? It went off just once, in the morning. At around 1 AM. 1 AM? That's when the murder happened. Really? Are you serious? That's terrible! Can't be! You guys have really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is, with all this reflecting, where's the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting is a bit overrated, you know? What are you going on about, Larry? Plus, do you honestly have any new info on the buzzer record? Huh? The record? No, nothing at all. The sky reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting. Okay. Let's see... Let's go. No, he doesn't have anything to say about it. Okay, that's fine. Not yet, at least. We'll talk to him later. Main exhibition hall? The Treasures of Korean exhibit is all ruined now. Maya. I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about our spirit channeling. Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it? But really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's brilliant, Nick! We could clean up and we would be filthy rich. Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. Very good. That's probably where the sacred urn was going to be displayed. Yeah, I guess so. Should I put my attorney's badge there? You know, as a replacement? I think it's a little too small for that. What about my Megatama? Now you're just being silly. That's definitely too small. Okay, I've read this dialogue actually already, so I'm gonna go move into here. Burr. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. That's the wrong voice for her. She has a deeper voice. Miss Andrews, what's she still hanging around down here for? So how's it going? What about the sacred urn? The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes! It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along. It looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring Damask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Hey, Nick. If she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago. And when was it that Damask's calling card had arrived? That was about 10 days ago. So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. What? So Damask murdered someone as well? Well, that's just how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was here at stealing the urn at the time? Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything's possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. He claims that that's the way he always operates. Just what kind... That's just what he says, so he can have an alibi when he commits the thefts himself. Yeah, he was caught in the scene photo, dressed as Damask pretty well. I'm so glad you got your sacred urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is that? I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different? Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Uh-oh. Someone's telling a lie. Damn. What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. The same thing. Okay. Okay, so she has Psyche locks. I don't think I can break whatever. Yeah, I think you got lucky when you fought her. Yeah, probably. It's also, it was like, I don't know, I feel like I'm better at that type of fight than a lot of the other types of fights in that game. Well, I just want to drink some of this tea. Soothe my throat. Okay. Back to exhibition hall. How do I get to the detention center? Oh, probably from the Wright and Co. Detention center. Let's talk to Mr. Delight. Mr. Wright! Mr. Delight? Did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night, the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store. A blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB security and hand over some money. And then, that's when the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are mask to mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned that the true identity of the thief. We learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Hee ha 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 ho 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 hee. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB security at the time. So the person dressed up as mask to mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB security, right? Yes, I went to KB security at the time the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. Then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Oh shit. That looked to like look at me, but... And suddenly they bash me over the head. Bam! Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe? Yeah, that's right. I used to be a chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay. What did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew about how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick. All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kinda sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Yeah, the madness. I'll do that to you. Why you were fired. Yeah, let's see. Let's find out why you were fired. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit by pay security? How did you know? I'm begging you, don't tell Desi, please. Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Phew, thank goodness. No, I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. Living a life of crime. Criminal, a thief, she'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief. At least, that's what I thought anyway. So he became mask to mask for Desiree, huh? Oh, this doesn't actually say anything. I'm gonna show this, though. Hey! This is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But mask to mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my mask to mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. And I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, huh? Wow. Awesome. Hey, wait, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight? Hehe, yeah, that's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in the heartbeat. But, as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the mask-to-mask disguise? That's interesting. Yeah, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yeah, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. But blackmail letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more now. Right now. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. What is this music? It's very good. This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yeah, just a few days after the Tear of Ammonon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So, someone found out about your true identity? Just like that. It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box, the letter specified. Someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. But plans? What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean that the one who planted the heist who planned the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans. It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron Delight was mask to mask after all? But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. And I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, truth is, I'd never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yeah, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Good. That's good. That's a good testimony to have. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight as his word. Mystic Maya! I'm assuming this is Pearls. Hey, Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearls, so... what have you been up to this whole time?
The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Korean Village to have it examined.
And? What did you find out?
Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn.
Phew. That's a relief. I was really worried.
But there's one small problem.
Problem?
These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently.
Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We've got to find out how they got there, that's the big deal.
Yeah, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there.
Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. But please don't forget about me. Okay. Can we break those psyche locks now? Because now that I have the urn back, I can prove a thing, maybe? Give me a second. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was just planning. I think I'm near the end of this. I'm pretty sure I'm near the end of this, so I wanted to plan out who I'm gonna raid next. Okay. So, let's go say hi to Miss Adrian Andrews again. Let's try to break her psyche lock. Where the heck do I have to go to get there? Wright & Co. Law offices? To the exhibition hall, to the basement. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you.
Yeah, hello there.
I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to?
Well, actually, I was having this urn examined.
Oh, I see. Maybe if we took another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. I wonder what happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. Okay, let's examine. This is the camera on the computer that Detective Atme set up, huh? That's what he said. And yet he still let it take a picture of him. I guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be. The camera belonged to Lordly Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. So then why would Atme, I mean, Mask to Mask, allow that to happen? Trying to see if there's anything else I can look at here. I mean, other than this, which is clearly what I have to look at, but let's look at this too. Detective Atme said he got hit on the back of the head by this, with this by the thief. But that was so obviously a lie. Because it turned out that Atme was the real thief. It's still hard to believe. It looks like Adrian feels really bad about it. I'm gonna take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was bent in the first place. But please be gentle with it. Burr. It looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read is the burr. Aha! I've got it! Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like, maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something? I kinda doubt it. Aha! I got it. Maybe it said spaghetti. Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, that's normal for you. I've already read this. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti. Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think? Okay, to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Slide. Okay. Let's go look at this box. This box. There's something about it that's bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in.
It looks like there's some pink paint on it, too.
And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. All right, let's investigate again. Nick. Pink stains on it. Okay. Can't look at that. Can I look at this computer? No. Okay, so, like, definitely... I'm gonna look at this first. This statue wasn't where it is now when we first came here, right? Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it? Well, if someone moved it, it was probably Mask to Mask. Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Amy while he stole the urn? Hey, cut it out. You're giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly and it's shocking pink.
Mr. Nick? Could this be the, could it be that this odd shape is...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box the sacred urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches.
What is it, Mr. Nick?
This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. I think it's all starting to become clear. Is it bad that I want to throw my controller at the TV right now? It's understandable. I've definitely been that upset at bosses that I've thrown my controller. I just try not to throw it at my TV. I like doing the thing where I throw it back behind me and just like toss it behind me. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. It looks like the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Probably, right? Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's just true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake? A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted at the, do you have any evidence that the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Yes, I do, because Pearl took it home. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Crane Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how... What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again. Did you say again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. But recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? I'm pretty sure I have a poster somewhere. Is it this one? No. There we go. This poster. It was made recently, right? Poster? Oh, yeah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, "I am" on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now tell the truth. Did you beat her? Or are you still trying? Wait. 4? Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. It looks like she's not going to give up the last psyche lock so easily. Do you have any proof that the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? Yeah, I do. Well, Miss Andrews. What is this supposed to mean? There is pink paint all over this urn. And there's pink paint all over the floor and walls of the basement warehouse. In other words, you just beat her? Congratulations. Good job. That is... 39 times is a lot of times to try it. At least, you know what? At least the boss lamp, or the lamp, is close to the boss room, which is good. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But... Uh-oh. She's trying to make her escape. But you can get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar. Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor. There's no proof it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint in the urn, on the urn to the paint on the floor is this box. This box. The urn was stored in this, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. Ah. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. Paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it? Yes. If you put this box onto the impression of the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over here. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. Let's ask. Okay. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly?
No, not at all. I know just how she feels.
It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken, on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box when I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise and thought my heart was gonna stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock and let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Crane Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the IM got changed to Amy. I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy.
Any sane person? Really?
Oh, Pearls, why are you so illiterate? She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom, and no one had seen it since then. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, it's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Amy face statue? Uh-huh. The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen.
But Mr. Nick... There were no paint marks on the wall or the floor of the warehouse when we were here.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And? I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense.
But there's still one thing I find strange.
What is it, Pearl?
The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible.
She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well then, who was it? Who would have done it and why? Who indeed? On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day, it was moved. But why? It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. What? Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So then why did another mask-to-mask show up there? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact.
One undeniable fact?
The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but... it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. Do I have to voice, Luke at me again? Because that's fun. I actually really like doing that voice. Very expressive. Save your progress, yes. Okay. I am going to go, but before I go, I'm going to send you guys all over to Great Newton's stream. I'm going to be hanging out there a little bit. He also does voice acting, so yeah, we're gonna... in a second, I'm going to press this raid button and it's going to work. Maybe. Okay, great. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. with more Bloodborne. And... oh, hello, Runaway Turtles, I'm leaving. I'm gonna send you over to Great Newton's stream. 5 p.m. Bloodborne tomorrow, 11 p.m. Super Mario Maker 2, in which I might make a level. We're gonna see. See how it goes. Okay. Oh, it's your bye wave. Nice. Okay. Goodbye. Oh, wait, I have to switch to the credit scene. Bye, everyone! Night.